people has lost faith. Fox, morning.
Morning, Daddy Hughes.
Morning, sir.
How you doing, Bridget?
I'm all right. I'm all right. Good.
Nice. Well, it kind of surprised me this morning. You're not dealing our budget. Look a bit to the Prime Minister there, my Bridget. Can we not see for Wednesday, you know?
All right. What you want to ask me? Ask me about it. Let me answer. Let me deal
all right.
with it for you.
What you think over it overall? Because I hear some people out here, Daddy Hughes, especially my comrade friend them. They might call me and say to me, say, we don't have no ambition because $1,000 the Prime Minister put on for minimum wage and they don't come fat. So what you think about the whole thing overall and how you deal with the opposition leader?
When I watched and listened to Prime Minister Holness, yes, I came away with a few things. One, Jamaica has been blessed with having Andrew Michael Holness at the helm at this time in its history, because he is demonstrating a command of a complexity and difficulty of public policy making in a very difficult and extraordinarily bad time globally. In addition to the fact that he has been Prime Minister with the occurrence of two major devastating experiences, the pandemic and the Category 5 Melissa hurricane. Yes, two major issues. And if you go back in time, try and tell me which Prime Minister before him would have had to be dealing with two such major national impacts that really virtually gutted the political economy. And what he did last Thursday, he set out a clear strategy to rebuild and recover. Yes, that was very clear. A focus on building back smarter, more resilient. And you know what he did very well?
Listening.
He did not descend into a political gutter with the opposition leader.
And a time feet that he used.
Exactly. He delivered some political blows, but in a way that you could not accuse him of really wallowing in the gutter. He had to respond to some of the attacks against him made by the opposition leader. But he did not allow that to define the essence of his presentation.
So true, sir.
So that to me overall was and I've seen other Jamaican prime ministers at the wicket. And I'm going to say one last thing on this. The debate over the Cuban medical program and what we're seeing from President Trump, the policy that might is right, the abandoning of the global rules-based system that America, the United States of America, led the world in forming and building over the last, 80 years after the Second World War, which has produced for us in the world the longest sustained period of peace.
Yes.
The longest sustained period of peace. America, under President Trump, is now tearing up that system. And what it means, the tearing up, what it means for us here in Jamaica. And I hear those who romanticize about Michael Manley's rhetorical heights reached during the 1970s and 80s when he took on the imperialist North. Yes, he took on America and made the case for not only Jamaica, but the global South. Yeah? And I say this, if Michael Manley were Prime Minister today and adopted that position, yes?
Yes.
That level of advocacy, yes? He would be treated like Maduro.
Oh, Lord.
He would be Maduro number 2 or Maduro number 1 under this year President of the United States of America.
I believe you know, my brethren.
Huh? So anybody who believes that Holness or him a bow and him afraid and they don't understand how power is being wielded today under this president, the likes of whom we have not seen before.
But, my brethren, listen, the Prime Minister said something, you know. I don't know how much people pick it up. But in the while many of you out there are saying that, oh, Cuba treat us good and we are friends. Instead, we keep that in the 70s. And you made the point last week, you know, my brethren. It said this is a different era that we are living in, that youth, and we have to move with the time. Last thing.
Yes, sir.
I hear Right B. Smith, former Deputy Speaker of the House, and remember Parliament under the PNP for Central St. James. You went with that youth on Tyrone program. Mark Golding is not a politician. I mean, I know who a fool Mark Golding keep on and say, oh, he just 4 teeth we lose by, and he think the other way around, we're going to surely get him as Prime Minister. I don't think he's learning that he used. I don't think he's learning. Somebody needs to hug up Mark Golding quietly and tell him, say, my brother, just make the transition. Not make them force you out, Mr. Golding. Somebody at 89 Old Rope Road need to just hug you up and whisper in your ears. Because the longer you take, and the nastiest and roughest it's going to get. Daddy, you, thanks for your time.
I hope I answered your question, sir.
Very well, man. But me know you're up on the minimum wage yet, you know.
The minimum wage?
Because, oh, you mean
the Prime Minister? Oh, hold on. Here again, first of all,
yes,
what the Prime Minister has said, you know, is that, listen, he was going to increase the minimum wage in increments.
Increments, right.
Yes?
I remember that clearly.
Increments. And after the fallout from Melissa and what that has done, not only to the pockets of the very poor and vulnerable, but the middle class people, them.
Yes, no business locked down that you.
Love businesses locked down, but the people who employ the domestic worker, the caregiver to help them, then get licked too.
True, so true.
And remember, you know, that what is at the heart of minimum wage, you know, is you cannot pay anyone less than minimum wage. If you can pay them more and should pay them more.
Yeah.
Yeah?
You can't go under that.
But you cannot go below that. Yes. So if you put it at a point where the teacher and housewife and police, her husband is a policeman and she is a teacher, the two of them salary, and them have 2 picnic, and they need a house, the domestic help, to come and help them for 4 or 5 days a week, you put it out of their reach, what is going to happen to that domestic help? You're going to price them out of the market.
Yes, them are the market and they can't afford.
Precisely.
Yes.
You know?
I see your time we live in America.
Well, we have to step up our reasoning and our logic, though. We have to step it up. Yeah?
It's hard, my virgin. It's hard. It's hard.
I hear you.
I tell you the truth because we have to keep on fighting every day. You know what I'm telling you? After the general election, you know, this is my last time. After the general election, I fax here. Where you see yourself? I've been jumping from station to station, spreading the news, trying to correct, trying to point out facts to some of my comrade friend them. And we say, all right, we just work until the third term that use, and then we easy and go and watch and hold my government accountable. But that use the amount of misinformation and lies. We can't put on the phone, my brethren. We have to live a place like here, so and others that we can't go and say, look here, oh no, look, I'm put sense in a sense, man.
It is a real problem we have, you know.
And we thank God for you that use, not because we thank God for people like nationwide. Because I tell you already, you guys are holding up the country. Not to paper we are buy again, my brethren. I mean, I hide and talk.
Oh, Lord.
Not even newspaper we are buy again. And then when we go online and see the message, it has to we have to put in email and no for we can understand that and no people can click off to get the full talk and full story. We have to live here, sir.
Yes. Yes.
And see some radio station lockdown, you get even more listener right now, but they won't call like me.
All right, Fox.
Morning, Auntie Ben.
Aye.
The YouTube, they must say, welcome to Ben this morning. Bless day, my brethren.
All right, Fox. Take care.
All right.
Time for the break.